Hey guys, this is gonna be a really strange video because I don't have a script for it, and it's not like talking about something that's up and coming. It's just my life kind of thing. It's not a life update, but it's just my story for how I got to Kingdom Hearts 3. I feel like everyone has two stories. They either have the I've been with it my entire life and I played 1 and 2, and then when the bundles came out, they got the bundles and then they got caught up, and that's fine. But everyone has that story. Or they have the other one that's like, oh well, I kind of heard about it here and there, but it looked really weird, and then like I got it for my birthday, or I saw the commercial for the story so far, or the bundles back in like March or February of 2018. You know what, I'll buy that, I'll see what that's about. And then they did, and they liked it, or they didn't like it, or whatever. And then there's that third camp, you poor bastards who I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts 3 without any fucking backstory on it because I'm fucking smart. No, you're not. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you my story, how I got from nothing to everything, and it starts, ironically enough, in 2008. So I'm 12 at this time because I was born in 96, I was 10 in 2006, math is math. So 2008, I was 12, my brother came over with a PlayStation he had just gotten from his parents. Now, it didn't have a memory card. He brought over a Kingdom Hearts 1 on the PlayStation 2, and we didn't know what it was. He kind of explained to me like, oh yeah, like there's Disney stuff in this, you just gotta get past the tutorial. But because we didn't have a fucking save card, we couldn't get past the tutorial, that being Destiny Islands. So we just dicked around on the beach for like 4 hours trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, because back then I had the reading comprehension of a 5-year-old, and he was just fucking with me that time, so whatever. He doesn't remember the story at all, he has atrocious memory, but I swear to God this actually happened, because I remember this so clearly the first time I played Kingdom Hearts 1 in 2017. It was one of those things where it was a memory that kind of came back, and the irony of it was that I played the bundle 1.5 and 2.5 on his PlayStation 4. Like, he had an Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and he was really obsessed with like whatever Call of Duty knockoff was popular back in early 2017, and he basically was just like, sure, why the hell not? And he let me borrow it, and I fell in love. I literally played Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, Chain, Birth by Sleep, I played all of them. And then I went and bought myself my own PlayStation because I only had an Xbox One. I went and bought a brand new $300, new in the fucking box PS4, and I replayed all of them, and I had just as much fun, if not more. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So we need to back up a little bit to go about 2013, I believe it was. So 2013, 2014-ish, I graduated high school in June 2014. A couple months beforehand, my sister and her friend got super high. Like, high. They were high, and they wanted to borrow my Xbox because I had a 360, and back then we didn't have Netflix on the TV or on anything that runs smoothly. We had it on my Xbox and the DVD player, and the DVD player, for those of you who don't remember, it sucked dick. It was terrible. It was so fucking bad. It took like 10 minutes to load anything. It was so slow and whatever. My Xbox ran like, it was fast, it was good, it was responsive, it did what you wanted it to do. So they basically badgered me into borrowing it for like a movie so they could fall asleep. And that was fine. Now, I didn't have anything else to work with. I didn't have anything else to do. My TV didn't have a cable box. I didn't have anything going on. It was just my Xbox. So I watched the movie with them. The movie they picked, and I'm explaining this for a reason, the movie they picked was My Little Pony Equestria Girls. And they were into it. They were high. And I was like, I kind of want to know where this came from. And of course, the first 3 seasons of My Little Pony was on Netflix. I'm like, I'll watch this. Why not? And I kind of got interested in it. I liked it a lot. It was fun, but I didn't go like deep into the fandom. I was just like, the show's cute. I like it a little bit. It's fun. I eventually somehow like was listening to one of the songs that got stuck in my head. On the sidebar, I saw like the top 10 musical numbers of the show, and that got me to a person named Jerry Pete. For those of you who don't know who Jerry Pete is, or was, he was a YouTuber who did MLP content. I've watched a couple of his videos and I listened to him, and he was really interesting. I liked him, I subscribed, and over the course of a couple of years, he slowly came out as trans. That came out as Lily Pete and was a woman, and still is a woman, but now has taken her wife's name and is now Lily Orchard. But again, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. About the fall of 2015, she came out as trans. Still under the name Jerry, but then a couple months later came out as Lily. And I like that name. It works for her. So, came out as trans, did all that, and then a couple months later, she starts doing this thing called 3 AM Rambles, and talks about something called The Legacy of Kingdom Hearts. And I'm like, I've heard her mention this a couple times, I'm wondering what it is. And then on December 26th, 2016, she puts out that video titled The Legacy of Kingdom Hearts. And I loved it. I've watched that thing thing countless times. It's funny, it's interesting, it's something I really got into, and it's actually what got me into buying the bundles in the first place. Because without that video, I wouldn't be doing YouTube, I wouldn't be doing Kingdom Hearts, I wouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff, because that video spurred me on to this course of life. I loved how much passion she had for it, how much energy she had for it, how much you could tell she played the games and like understood what was going on, and I just felt the passion there, and I wanted it, and I learned so much about the game through her. And it was one of those interesting things where I didn't understand how good this stuff was from an audience perspective until I played it. Now we're back to 2017 when I actually bought the stuff. So again, I played it on my brother's PlayStation, and then I played it for myself on my own PlayStation, and I got obsessed. I was so happy with it. I was so interested. I loved every minute of it. Some parts were a little draggy, but every game has a place in my heart. Even the worst ones have a place in my heart. Coded, for being stupid as fuck, still has some good moments. Chain Memories has Naminé and Larxene and a few couple of cute moments with Sora and Naminé, and even Riku to an extent. Every game has a specific place in my heart. They're so good, and I can't imagine my life without Kingdom Hearts now. It's one of those things that it sounds really sappy, but it's true. Like, many of you cannot believe your life without like Pokemon or Mario or GTA or Skyrim or Overwatch or whatever you're into. And I actually have a funny thing about Overwatch in a minute, but anyway. But it's one of those things where it's hard to imagine what your life would be like if this string of events didn't happen. So I played Kingdom Hearts, and I kind of got into these channels like Super Butterbuns, and then I got into Shenpai because of her, and then I got into Zilbrad because of Shenpai. And around Christmas of 2017, I was like, I really want to try Overwatch. So I asked my parents for it, and they bought it. Now, I needed a membership. I tried a week free on like the PlayStation Store, and I loved it. I had so much fun. I made like 2 friends within a week, and then my dad was like, yeah, I'll pay $10 a month to give you a membership. Fine, whatever. And because I don't make a lot of money, guys. I don't make shit. So having a membership bought for me was really sweet of him. So they did that, and I made like 7 or 8 friends who I honestly treasure so much. Like, I cannot believe, I'm not gonna say their names because they're just so, they have personal lives, and I don't want to, it's kind of hard to get their information, but if I like said all of their player tags, it would just be a problem, and I don't want that on them. So I liked them. They were so fun. They were what got me into playing the game more. We had a team going, like, there's a joke in the group of like me going like kill everything till it dies. That was like, I said that on a whim, and it was a joke in the group. It was one of those things that it was fun. And like, we also have jokes like, I'm the payload, the point is my baby. I will sit on that point. I will not move from that point. I will sit, and I will perch, and I will stay until the game is won. I don't get off the point unless I'm actively needed to. I will survey that thing like it's my goddamn job, because it is. I'm a tank main. I'm usually a diva main or a Reinhardt, and I will sit there and I will hold that point until I have to move. But I wouldn't have gotten those friends and those experiences without Kingdom Hearts and without Lily Orchard. And I said this in my version of Legacy of Kingdom Hearts, like my rendition of it, because it was a whole tribute to her. I love that video so much, and I can't imagine life without it. So my thought was, make a video celebrating her, but also talking about something that you love. There's actually a love letter to her at the end of that video. At the very end, in the credits, quote unquote credits, whatever you want to call it, is a love letter to Lily, because without that video, I would not have been able to make my video or my channel or my friends the way I did, and I can't imagine not having it. And I just can't. It's so weird. It's so hard to understand that life is a little funny, and that's a good thing. I mean, it's not perfect, but life is good. Life is fun. Life is strange. And no, I don't have a hipster lesbian girlfriend because I'm not interested in lesbians or really women. So there's that factor. But yeah, like, this is my road to Kingdom Hearts 3. It's a little strange. It's a little different. And I should probably say this, but like, getting to Kingdom Hearts 3 was one of those journeys that I just dove in like it was a pile of cocaine. Like, I was just on the biggest high. I loved it. And Kingdom Hearts 3 did not disappoint in that. And I'm gonna get into this in my next video, but Kingdom Hearts 3 did not in any way disappoint, and I love every minute of it. Is every minute perfect? No. Is every minute like the best thing ever? No. but what game is? What game is perfect every time you play it? What flaws do you not notice? What flaws do you notice? What do you choose to, like, get over with? Like, that's my kind of thing. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably on the same level as Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, I like the combat and the story and the effects differently for each game. Do I think that Kingdom Hearts 2 has a bit of a stronger narrative? Of course I do. Who doesn't? But that doesn't mean that Kingdom Hearts 3 is bad in its own right. It's just different. It has a different flow to it, a different vibe. It was designed from the ground up to be for newer players, and I can't fault Square for doing that. But I can fault the people who pushed so hard for dumbing down the story in a way. Kingdom Hearts 3 and 2 are given the same ranking in my mind, that being about a 9.5. That can vary on day-to-day basis, but I still hold them in the same regard because they both do things better than the previous games. 2 only had 2 games to top, and topped them very well. 3 had to top everything, and it topped them extremely well. It's on par with Kingdom Hearts 2, and really, I can't see anything else about that. It's a great game. One that I've played twice now, and I will play again over and over to learn everything I have to learn about it. What do you guys think, though? Am I wrong? Am I full of shit? Am I blowing smoke up this game's butt because I've been waiting for it for 2 years? What do you guys want to know? Tell me. I want to know what you guys think. I mean, that is kind of my whole goal here. Is my whole goal is to, like, engage with you. I see this all the time now, but I want to engage with you. I want to learn more about who you guys are and build a real community with this. So please, just tell me how you feel. Maybe hit the subscribe button if you're new. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but please at least give me some feedback. My name is Chris, and I hope you guys are excited for next week.